guys, we're here with Danny Kerr. He is the founder of BreakThrough Academy, our friends up north, and I'm so excited to be able to hang out with him a little bit. And I want to learn about how 2020 has treated you, about RoofCON, about BreakThrough Academy. I just give you the mic and let you talk to us a little bit about what's going on in Danny Kerr's world right now.
Well, last time I saw you was right before COVID. Right before COVID.
Can you believe that was actually still this year?
Yeah. I remember coming to the conference with my mask on. You guys all made fun of me. And I was like, boys, it's coming. And you're just like, uh-huh. And then it all came down like a week later. So what's happened since then? Well, we all went through this, like, I call it the COVID whiplash, right? So we all went through this, like, oh, might be the end of the world. Oh, definitely a recession at least. Oh, never mind, nothing. Oh, wait, we're like in hypergrowth again. So it's been, that's been our summer basically, right? And I think a lot of us experienced that, and it's been interesting. So hung out in my house a little longer than I planned to, and got to know my kids super well, which has been awesome and also kind of stressful. But yeah, net like just basically getting things back to normal right now as we speak. So the fall is starting to get set in place, like everyone else is kind of getting back to normal business, and nothing too wild anymore. Now just fun to be out.
So my question is, like, based on the customers that you work with, what things did you guys adjust in your trainings and your systems and the strategies that you guys work with contractors on? How did that change this year?
Sure. So there's two stages to this, right? So in the beginning, it was, let's prepare for the worst and hope for the best, right? That's the general message. So that's, let's set up an A, B, and a C budget, right? What can we afford? What are the costs we might need to cut? If things go awry, how do we maintain the ship? Because at the end of the day, if you just run out of cash flow, it's game over, right? So we were very focused on cash flow management, very focused on the metrics of the company to make sure we had a plan moving forward, and we were able to make hard decisions with them early on before things got too hairy. Now, what happened was the opposite of that. So things didn't get too bad. And what was interesting is we noticed, and we saw this at, even before COVID got better, was that recruiting is probably your best play right now. So if you can afford to and are able to onboard people, now you're going to find some pretty interesting people available in the marketplace. So a lot of our guys this whole summer, it just went right back to a big recruiting play. And not just for this summer, but to really get ready for the next year or two, and to build their management teams up, to build their infrastructure up, and to really start to step back and build the stuff that they've always been too busy to actually do because they've been in operations so long, to go and build into the organization for the long-term sustainability of it. So a lot of that type of project stuff is what we've been working on.
Wow. That's so interesting to hear, like the way that you just approach recruiting. Like, yeah, people that probably weren't available before are available now. And so, yeah, that's a whole new world and a whole new way of viewing what the marketplace looks like when it comes to your sales reps and the people that work in your business. So that's an interesting win for 2020, I guess. I don't know. I mean, it's hard to say. Like, these things are just, I think it's just change. And how important is it to be, pliable to these changes in the future?
Well, that's what entrepreneurship is, right? I mean, it's one thing to be able to run a business during a boom time. It's another thing to be able to last through an upturn or a downturn or any kind of movement in the market, right? And you see it with people like in 2008. I think I was running a business back then. I think it was my first shakeup of realizing that, like, markets do change, and it's my job as an entrepreneur to adjust accordingly. And if I'm just good at doing a one-trick pony deal, I'm going to be around for maybe 10 years, and then I'll get taken out by the next shift in the marketplace. So one thing I think is important for all owners to realize is, even though we kind of got away with this one, and it seems like we did. Maybe we didn't. We'll see after the election what happens, right? But even though, like, so far things are going well, like, this should be a good warning sign for all of us to just realize, look, if we want to build a business that has resilience, that truly will stand the test of time, we need to understand how to adapt to our marketplace and not be subject to it. And it means you have to be in control. You have to know your numbers. You have to hire and manage good people. You have to be in charge of the direction of the organization and not be behind it just trying to catch up because everything's growing too quickly. So my big message to everyone is just slow down to go faster. Invest in the future. It's never going to hurt you long term. And if you're an entrepreneur and you're like, I'll always be an entrepreneur, realize that. Realize that you will go through multiple recessions in your career. And if you don't know how to navigate those effectively because you're just barely getting through, day to day with being too busy doing what you're doing, it's probably going to end in an ugly way. And just don't go down that path. You've had a warning. Let's use that warning and do something about it. So.
Man, it's such great advice, and I appreciate so much the way that you approach your training and your mindset on things. I know we've had you on the show several times, and every time you come super well prepared. You have multiple slides and like a very clear direction of where you want to go and what you want to teach, and I appreciate that so much about what you guys do at BreakThrough Academy, because it's definitely a reflection of your guys' organization and the way you guys do business. What do you guys think about RoofCON so far?
I'm super impressed. You know, and I'm sure all of us thought this, right? So we're all, the week before, we're like, who's coming, right? Is it going to be a big event? Is it not? Like, what's going to happen? And so, you know, we got in this morning. There's some people here. We're like, okay, looks like it might have worked out. And within an hour, the room was packed. And you're like, the son of a gun's pulled it off. You know? So, well done. And super impressive. I mean, to do this in any time, it would be, you know, a pretty impressive feat compared to what you guys did last year. To do this through a pandemic and to be really the only major event going on right now takes a lot of balls, and you guys did a really good job pulling it off. So, really good work.
Danny, I appreciate you so much, my friend. It's always a pleasure to hang out with you. And you guys are doing amazing stuff. You guys don't know who they are. Danny Kerr, BreakThrough Academy. I'm telling you, these guys are the best when it comes to you know, helping contractors and helping them build businesses that are not, this isn't just a sales training. This is like strategic planning and training and building businesses that are built to last. Legacy and all the things that we're about here at RoofCON is exactly what you guys are about. It's a perfect fit, and I really appreciate you so much, man.
Yeah, buddy. Okay, thanks for having me. Yeah.